His own descriptions were greatly influenced by the Tamil authors that he read. When he was narrating even the smallest of incidents, he would try to work in suspense and surprise ending into the account. For example, instead of saying that he had come across an uprooted tree on the highway, he would say, with eyebrows suitably arched and hands held out in a dramatic gesture, "The road was deserted and I was all alone. Suddenly I spotted something that looked like an enormous bushy beast lying sprawled across the road. I was half inclined to turn and go back, but as I came closer, I saw that it was a fallen tree, with its dry branches spread out. Mahendra would stretch himself back in his canvas chair and listen to Iswaran's tales uncritically. Here, Mahendra tells to Ganesh that Iswaran would describe his stories in the same way as described by the Tamil authors. Even the smallest incident was described by him with a lot of suspense or interest. For example, if he would have to tell that he came across a tree on the road or on the highway, what did he say? He would say that he was all alone on the highway. And what did he see? He saw something that was lying on the road. And when he came closer to that one, he found that it was the thing which was lying on the ground was not a beast, it was just a fallen tree. And he told about this using his facial expressions or gestures in order to create the interest in his story. And Mahendra would listen all the stories without saying right or wrong in the stories. The place I come from it is famous for timber. Iswaran would begin, there is a richly wooded forest all around. The logs are hauled on to the lorries by elephants. They are huge, well-fed beasts. When they turn wild, even the most experienced mahout is not able to control them. After this prologue, Iswaran would launch into an elaborate anecdote involving an elephant. Elaborate means detailed. Hauled means transported. Timber means wood that is used for commercial purpose. And prologue means introductory speech. So here, before starting the story of an elephant, Iswaran told about his native village, and his native village was surrounded by a forest, and there the huge elephant would transport the logs into the lorries. And those elephants, if they would get mad, it was very difficult to control them even by the experienced mahout. So after this, he started to narrate the story of an elephant. One day, a tusker escaped from the timber yard and began to roam about, stamping on bushes, tearing up wild creepers, and breaking branches at will. You know, sir, how an elephant behaved when it goes mad? Iswaran would get so caught up in the excitement of his own story that he would get up from the floor and jump about, stamping his feet in emulation of the mad elephant. Emulation means to copy or imitate. So here he told the story of an elephant who ran away from the timber yard, and he destroyed everything that came on its way. For example, bushes, creepers, and so on. And while telling this story, Mahindra was asked a question by the cook, that was Iswaran. He asked him whether he knew that how a mad elephant behaved. And in order to make his story more effective, what did he do? He stood up and jumped around the place, hitting his foot on the ground in order to copy the actions of the mad elephant. The elephant reached the outskirts of our town, breaking the fences down like matchsticks. He would continue. It came into the main road and smashed all the stalls selling fruits, mud pots, and clothes. And now, where did the elephant reach? He reached the outskirts. Outskirts means the outer area of their town. And how did he reach there? Breaking the fences like matchsticks. Means here that the elephant was very huge and fences were just like matchsticks for him. It came, and from there he came on the road. And what did he do on the road? Smashed all the stalls selling fruits, mud pots, and clothes. People ran helter-skelter in panic. Helter-skelter means here and there. So seeing this or seeing the mad elephant, what did the people do? They ran here and there in fear, in panic. The elephant now entered a school ground where children were playing. Now where was the elephant? It was in the school playground. It entered the school playground where the children were playing. All the boys ran into the classrooms and shut the doors tight. And what did the boys do? They ran to the classroom and shut the doors. The beast grunted the beast grunted and wandered about, pulling out the football goalpost, tearing down the volleyball net, kicking and flattening the drum cap for water, and uprooting the shrubs. Meanwhile, all the teachers had climbed up to the terrace of the school building. From there, they helplessly watched the depredations of the elephant. There was not a soul below on the ground. The streets were empty as if the inhabitants of the entire town had suddenly disappeared. So, what did the beast do in the playground? It pulled out the football goalpost, tore the volleyball net, and broke the drum, and also uprooted the plants. And what did the teachers do? They climbed up to the terrace. Terrace means roof of the school building, and from there they watched helplessly. Helplessly means they couldn't do anything and just watched that the elephant was destroying the school property. And the whole town was empty. That means the people had gone somewhere because of the fear of the mad elephant.